Hello and welcome to Game 1 of the MLQ series between the Boston Knight Riders and the Ottawa Black Bears. This is the second set of games in the East Division, with Boston sweeping New York on the second weekend of the season and Ottawa losing 2-1 to the Washington Admirals on the first weekend of the season. Going through starting lineups really quickly. For Boston, we have Morgan Bertram and Grace Dastus at female chaser, Teddy Costa at male chaser, Jake Archibald keeping, and Matt Cardarelli and Mario Nasta as the beaters. On the other side, also starting a two-male beater set with Martin Chiasson and Rafael Roy-Larari at beater. Julian Bernier and Kyle Ross in the qualifier game, along with Karen Douglas and Haley Yap. Boston, of course, entering this series with a 31-game all-time winning streak in Major League Quidditch, spanning since the beginning of the league 3 years ago. Ottawa still looking for a first series win in their program's history. They did play Washington very competitively a couple weeks ago, getting one win and playing two other closely contested games. Nick Jablonski, head ref for the series, is ready to get us started.
Boston, are you ready? Ottawa, are you ready?
Looks like Ross and Costa are going to run for rooms up.
Rooms up.
Let's go!
It's actually Bernier running with Costa, and the ball ends up with Ross, Ottawa ball.
Load up!
Boston comes away with bludger control. Costa strips Yap of the ball, and it's Boston possession and beater control. Costa with it on the right wing, swings it back to Archibald. Thanks, Harry.
Attack it in, Matt.
Archibald walking in the lane, he takes a shot. It is blocked by Ross. Dastus tries to chase it down, but it's Bernier who falls on it, and he resets it to Ross. Ross was the team leader in blocks in their opening series against Washington, also team leader in assists. He had 6, but the ball carrying is currently switched into the hands of Christopher Johnson, who's bringing it up the left wing. Costa playing point against Johnson. Rafael with the beat, makes a beat on Mario, who has his trademark block. Okay, he wraps up Johnson, and it's a turnover. Now Mulcahy is looking to run. He's got Costa up the right wing, Archibald in the middle. He's just going to take it all the way himself. He posts up Karen Douglas for the goal. 10-0 Boston.
Get tall. Don't pass to me.
Brian, attack it hard every time.
All right, here we go.
Ross with possession. Early 10-0 lead for Boston.
All right, here we go, Mario.
Pick it up.
Ottawa has subbed Aaron McCready in the beater game, switching out 2 male beaters. Pass is low, picked off by Archibald. He's looking to run. Bludger control is with Ottawa. Dillman's looking to clean it up. She misses her beat. Archibald swings it back to Costa. His shot goes low. Dastus is there to clean it up. Her shot goes wide. Costa's back behind the hoops to receive it again. He gets around Ross, but Rafael has the beat. Loose ball is picked up by Mulcahy, and we wait for a call. I believe the call is that Costa propelled the ball after the beat, which resulted in the goal, so it's not going to be a goal. Jablonski brings down his ruling, hands the ball back to Ross, and gets play underway. 10-0 lead still for Boston. Bludger control with Ottawa.
Here we go, talk it out. got one. Help right. Help right.
And Dillman looking to work around the back of McCready, but she is seen and resets back into the zone. Ross bringing it down the left side. He's keeping Costa back, so Mulcahy's stepping. Mulcahy's beat there. Ross is down the left side. He swings it across looking for Yap. It's going to be a foot race won by Archibald, and he's just going to reset against two bludgers. Costa with the ball. He gets around Ross. Can get into the lane. Takes a long shot and hits it. 20-0 Boston. No, that was by Teddy. Ross with the ball facing a 20-0 deficit. Rafael subs out for Chiasson. Sharoma Chow also subs in at beater. Full beater line swap for Ottawa. Okay, he's beat out of the play. Ross now working on Costa. Swings it back. Gets it over to Wolf. But Wolf can't handle it, and Mulcahy recovers, and now Archibald's looking to run against one bludger. Dillman beating out as many players as possible. Archibald zigzags and hands it off to Costa. Costa in the lane. He lost one over to no one in particular, but Archibald will be there to clean it up. Gets around his man. A tackle by Yap forces a loose ball picked up by Ross. Still 20-0 Boston.
Let's go, Boston. Yeah, boy. First line, next offense.
Boston preparing a full line swap. Season so far for Boston been defined by slow starts, and again, only 20 points so far as Wesley Mackey gets beat out of the play there, but his beaters are able to retain possession. Dillman cleans it up, though, with a beat there.
Hey, great defense, Riders. Let's get this goal right now.
First line sub and next possession.
Dillman beats out Wolf. Costa just walking it down into the lane. Finally, someone steps on him. His shot goes wide. It's going to go over the hard boundary. First line now subbing out. 20-0 is the score.
Let's go, Ty.
Wesley Mackey with the ball. Beater control in favor of Boston. Havlin and Zoo now in, along with Skura, Greenhouse, Bear, and Trudeau. Trudeau back after a concussion he received in the New York Series. Brown there gets blocked by Trudeau. He picks it up and he's looking to run. Havlin picks off the pass back to a beater. It's going to be a no-budger situation. Trudeau goes all the way through. He gets his first goal of the season. 30-0 Boston.
I'm sorry, my force. I apologize. I'm on my right.
Peterman, back, ball's mine up.
30-0 the score. Mackey with the ball, walking up the middle. Havlin looking to approach him from the outside. He forces a pass across to Brown. Pass behind, picked off by Trudeau. He's going to look to run again.
Go all the way.
No bludger again. And this time the shot hits off of the tee and doesn't go through. Greenhouse is there to recover. He gets wrapped and his pass goes high. Looking for Skura. It will be a reset. Aggressive play there by Sharoma Chow. Try to wrap Zoo. Can't do it. Havlin switches to a 1.5 look on Chiasson. He gets a wrap. The pass goes across to Sharoma Chow. Meanwhile, Quaffle play. Pass out to Skura. Back to Greenhouse. Greenhouse the open shot. He hits it. 40-0 Boston. Time? 7-minute mark so far. Quick start here for the second line, playing together for the first time since the first game in the New York Series, thanks to the return of Trudeau. 20 quick points, and now it's Ross subbing back in at keeper for Mackey on the Ottawa side.
I'm your help, Barry.
Havlin wins a bludger exchange there, keeps possession. McCall looks to go up, but she's be out. Brown is tackled by Trudeau. It's a loose ball picked up by Greenhouse, and he's running. Greenhouse across to Trudeau. He overthrows him slightly, and Ross is going to be there first. Bludger control to Ottawa and qualified possession, though they are down 40.
Third line, get ready.
8-minute mark.
We make sure we're following up on our beat calls and not just letting it go.
Bernier working down the left side. He gets around Greenhouse. Greenhouse, though, gets the wrap. Havlin gets the beat. And it's Boston ball.
This line, 2
Bludger
possessions.
control still with Ottawa. Boston third line ready to sub in. Tyler Trudeau, no rush here. Walking the ball up against Johnson. Around to Greenhouse. Bear's shot goes high. Trudeau's there to pick up the loose ball. He goes through Johnson this time. His shot is good. 50-0.
There you go, Ty, that's the way. Stop, buddy.
Second line.
Meanwhile, Boston also does take bludger control. Zoo beats a player off ball. That's a debatably an unpossessed tackle. No call on the play. No beaters in the play either. Skura looking to go through Douglas here. He can't. It's a pass back to Trudeau. Trudeau now looking to go through Douglas. He throws it over the top to Bear. It's loose. Ross closes on Bear. She swings it to Skura. Skura has the open lane. And it is a goal for Skura and a 60-0 lead. Third line subbing in for Boston in full. With the exception of Bear, who will need to sub in for Hickman on the next play. Driflot, Johnson, Matt Cardarelli, and Emily Heisling in a beater, and Trudeau also still in at the beater in the keeper spot. Ross is robbed by Driflot. His pass goes awry. It's picked up by Johnston.
On your right, MJ.
Only one bludger in the play. It's McCready who's coming in the middle. Ross is able to slow down Johnston. And he's going to reset it.
Matt, attack that.
Trudeau still in the play. Keeper. Bear has subbed out for Hickman at chaser. Johnson's in the lane. His shot is no good. Ball recovered by Johnson. 60-0 the score. We're about halfway through the secret floor. Cardarelli approached by Raphael without a bludger. McCready has the one bludger for Ottawa.
Now go, Matt. Destroy. Destroy.
Cardarelli misses his beat. The only beater in the play is Heisling, and she makes the play right there on Wolf, forcing a turnover. Carlson has the ball, and he's looking to run. He's working on Ross. Ross gets beat out of the play by Heisling. Carlson's mid-range shot goes through. It's 70-0. Naftel subs in for Wolf. Mackey back in now for Ross.
Unofficially 34. Gotta get the real time. 150? Okay, I'm just 20 seconds behind.
Handoff there to Yap. She went back into her own zone. That's going to be one reset. She swings it to Mackey. His pass is tipped and taken by Carlson. Carlson again looking to run behind Cardarelli. Missed beat there from Ottawa. Pass over to Johnson Jr. Goal there, 80-0 Boston.
Time?
12:20 is the time. 80-0 the score. Mackey being worked on by Driflot. He passes it off. Screen being set here. Beater in front as well. Bludger control favoring Ottawa here. Cardarelli with the only bludger for Ottawa. Shot pass across the field there, misses, and it's going to go over the hard boundary. Cardarelli subbing out for Havlin. And Heisland out for Zoo. The other side, Yap subs out for Brown. 13-20 the time, 80-0 the score. Carlson with the ball, working up the field. Carlson over to Johnston. Havlin wins the exchange in the middle of the play there, but it's a wrap by Naftel. Johnson swings it back to Carlson. Carlson looking across for Driflot. He hits it. I don't think that went through. We had the perfect angle. That ball never went through that hoop. The hoop turned and always stayed on the left side. We'll see what the call is.
8-4 is the call.
Okay.
Either way, no goal.
Doesn't matter. 80-0 remains the score. Sorry, I'm just going to relax my arm for a second. Nothing's happening. We have a stoppage in play. An injury to Wesley Mackey.
Can you hold this time we found and drop it at the appropriate time?
Play about to resume. 80-0 is the score. Ross walking it up. Emily, this is Ethan Sturm giving you the call. Ross with the ball, middle of the field. Bludger control in favor of Boston. Havlin looking to make a play, even with bludger control. Ross is first, all the way to the outside edge of the hard boundary. He passes it off. Immediate beat there by Zoo. Ross' pass picked off by Hickmott. She swings it to Carlson. Carlson's looking to run. Carlson pass Naftel, swings over to Johnson Jr. Johnson Jr. Bludger comes in. No call. Loose ball picked up by Driflot. He throws it through. We're going to have to wait to discuss that one. It's a question of the original beat. Did it hit the player?
Let them do it. Put the broom down.
80-0 the score now. The 9th goal pending on this call.
There's going to be no goal because of the continuation of motion.
So the beat was called, and thus there's going to be no goal there. 80-0 remains the score.
Yep, now. Now, you can. Now? Not now, not now. They're right next to you.
Play D.
Back. Transition.
Ottawa swings it out to Ross, but they don't really have much to run on without bludger control and with the beaters reset for Boston.
87. Drop back, Sue. Drop back. Yep. 87 around the right side.
Ross with the ball behind Chiasson. Hickmott's beat out of the play. Naftel swings it across. Brown just goes for a volleyball spike with the players approaching. It's picked up by Johnston.
15 minutes.
Jake, do you mind going like 2 steps to the left?
15 minutes gone.
Second line back in the game, Greenhouse, Trudeau, and Tyler Beckman of RPI, his first appearance of the season for the Knight Riders. But it's Greenhouse just driving through the lane and scoring there with a mid-range shot. 90-0 Boston. There's been 2 shutouts so far in the MLQ season, both pulled off by Rochester last week against Detroit. Boston looking to pull off one of their own here. He has stoppage in play from head ref Nick Jablonski. Timeout taken by Ottawa. 15:41 is the time. 90-0 is the score.
Time check. 15:41. Okay.
Is there a 1 minute timer going?
I would love to, Clay. We could definitely use I feel like commentary goes a long way in being able to watch a Quidditch match.
15:41. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. What?
So far the issue for Ottawa has not been necessarily in the beater game, where they've been able to get control at times and make some things work from that. The issue has been getting into the lane against a very stout defense from Boston. As we see Nick Jablonski appear on this stream.
20 seconds!
We're currently in the 1 minute MLQ timeout. It's been part of the league for years now.
15.
Each team gets one, has to be called before the 19th minute, and lasts for 1 minute.
5, Nick.
Greenhouse stressing making those tackles in his meeting. Ottawa likely trying to look for a way in offensively.
That wasn't fast enough.
Tried.
I'm not known for my speed because we need to actually be able to win.
Getting ready to resume play here. 90-0 in favor of Boston so far. Ross with the ball, walking it up.
Harry! Who's trying to see here?
Go Stu right now.
Stu, it is you. You just confirmed. All right.
Ross down the right side. His beaters right now are McCall and Chiasson. Chiasson's beat out of the play. Pass across to Douglas. Douglas slips through past Trudeau, but Zoo is there with the beat. And Boston once again looking to run behind Havlin. Greenhouse gets around Bernier. Swings across to Trudeau. He puts a two-hand shot through. 100-0 in favor of the Knight Riders. Yeah. Like the Prime Minister's president? McCready and Guest now in a beater for Ottawa. They don't have time to make a play. Long pass picked off by Trudeau. Havlin immediately beats McCready out of the play and creates a no bludger. Guest does get a bludger and enough time to make it a difficult play. Greenhouse's pass picked off by Ross, who will quickly sub out, and the lead stays at 100. Mackey now back in the game. 17-10 is the time. 100-0 the score. Guest looking to make a play on Zoo. They exchange beats. Havlin's beat is blocked, but it's picked up by Beckman. Beckman looking for his first goal. He gets it. 1-0. But we do have a stoppage in play. Of course, in a non-contended situation, you... So in a non-contested goal situation, you cannot...
That was the weakest goal.
You're right in this area.
Tyler, if you're going to get that foul, you might as well jump through this.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do it.
Next time you're not going to
Just fixing the thing.
goal is good.
Someone flip that to 11.
Next time.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you got it. It barely hit my arm. Oh, I know. I know. That was.
Play resumes. 1-10-0 is the score. Beckman serving a blue card penalty for knocking over an uncontested hoop. Pass across there. Handled by Johnson, and he gets beat out by Zoo. And now it's Trudeau looking to run. Trudeau gets past Douglas. He posts up Mackey. 1-22-0. That's Tyler's fourth, I believe. Wasting no time coming back into the team.
CJ, how much left?
30 seconds left on the penalty here. Archibald back in now for Trudeau, along with Costa, Bertram, and the first beating line of Nasta and Dillman. Nasta makes a beat there on Guest. Pass across to Wolf. Wolf down the side. Beat by Nasta. Ball is picked up by Ball does go over the hard boundary, and it's going to stay with Purple. Beckman subbing out for Michael Lee, making his first appearance of the series.
So frazzled. Oh my God. Was that your first card ever?
First line in with Michael Lee playing now in place of Brian Mulcahy. On the other side, Johnson, Wolf, Mackey, and Knapp. Costa across to Archibald, back to Costa. Costa out on the wing, swings it back to Lee. His pass is low, and it's going to be cleaned up by the Ottawa defense.
Time.
19:13 is the time. Snitch has been released onto the field. Starting seekers, Nafta and Greenhouse. Sorry, Nafta and Driftlock. You were behind me. Ross down the left. Beat there by Nasta on McCready. Ross takes the chance to run. Nasta throws a long pass which misses. Yap gets the ball. Her shot is blocked by Costa, but that's going to be a goaltend ending the shutout. (120-10) the score. Archibald takes possession of the quaffle. Yap with the first goal. Archibald swings his way through Johnson. Archibald swings it back to Lee. Lee looking for a shot. He goes high. Archibald is going to be first there, covered by his beaters. It's not a reset, as that was a shot, not a pass. We get a stoppage. Shot went all the way over the hard boundary. Driftlock getting some free time with the snitch here. Ross, meanwhile, in possession, down 110.
Mike. You got it.
Stoppage in play.
That's some tasty beef soup.
You got it?
Catch is good. Final score. Oh, is that Susan?
No, Susan.
150
Oh,
to 10.
Susan.
Wait, who pulled?
150. Stu pulled it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stu Driftlock had the pull. Final score 150-10. We will be back in about 20 minutes for game 2.